Yeah, interesting game. 2 5-on-3s. It felt like there was 3 intermissions in the game, with the one that took place in the middle of the second period, where both teams are just sitting there, waiting for the game to resume. So tough to get some flow into the game, but we collect points here tonight. We're happy about that.
Coach, your thoughts on the power play? Obviously, you have that long delay that maybe impacts that 2-minute 5-on-3, but your thoughts throughout the day on those 6 power play opportunities?
I think the power play had some good chances. It doesn't go in. What I'm most proud of is that we didn't get frustrated because we had a 1-goal lead. And at the end of the day, the power play, I've coached it for a long time. Sometimes the puck goes in, sometimes it doesn't. And you have to tip your cap often when it doesn't go into the opposition doing a good job. They blocked a ton of shots tonight. And when you have people that are committed to doing that, it's sometimes hard to get pucks to the net. We definitely can use some work in that category, but I'm just proud of the composure that those 5 players specifically that were on the 5-on-3 were able to keep and carry that into the third period, get a job done.
After 3 straight games go to overtime, to be able to stave off that push from New York in the final 40 minutes and then lock this one down in regulation 1-0, what did it take to do that?
It took grit and effort. We have a really special group in there, and when we get into those tight games, we just find a way. And whether it's a big play at the blue line, whether it's a big block shot, whether it's Erin standing on her head, we find a way, and that's why we get the points here tonight.
I'll direct this one to Ella, but Coach, if you want to hop in on it as well, it's your last 5 wins, they're all by a goal, either getting to overtime or in regulation. If you want to go back, it's your last 6 wins by a goal. What makes this team so well suited to be able to eke out these 1-goal games and play tough in tight situations down the stretch?
We just stick together. We have a goalie that stands on her head, and we all know our systems. We all know what to do to come out with the win. So, yeah, it's no surprise.
Yeah, I think we have to stay curious as a group and open-minded on how we can generate some more offense and get that second and third goal for sure. I thought we had some pretty good looks in the second period, 5-on-5. I think Taps hit a post on the breakaway. Some pretty good looks around the net. But it's on us as coaches to dive into the video and see if we can find some ways to generate more offense 5-on-5 so that we can get that second and third goal.
Reuniting Haley and Megan, was there anything specifically that led you to do that going into this game?
Yeah, I just looked at them and I'm like, you guys are going to play together again. Yeah, they're pretty good. They feed very, very well off each other. Especially breaking the puck out, they defend well. Offensively, they can just read certain things that they can't with other players, and I just think the two of them work really well together. It's a no-brainer.
Getting Riley back into the lineup after she missed a couple games without a body injury, what do you think today?
Riley? Riley was great. It's tough coming off that injury. Taking that amount of time off, especially going into a break where that's her first game in about 50 or 60 days. And so I was really impressed with her level of compete tonight, given that and the way she handled the puck. And, there's, onwards and upwards for her moving forward.
Ella, this is, yourself included, you're part of a rookie class. Not unlike New York, that's stepped up and become a really big part of
First-year player, not rookie.
First-year player has become a big part of the team's success. What are you seeing from this first-year class of players down the line?
We got a good group, but we also have older second-year, third-year players that welcome us with open arms and lead us in an incredible way. So, yeah, our team makes it easy for us to come in and play.
Felt like maybe the last 40 minutes this game gets a little chippy, and I can't help but notice it feels like it's Carlton Kova and Jill that are in the middle of it a lot. Do you like to see, I think it felt like New York maybe starting some of that stuff. Do you like to see that Jill got in there and maybe answered for you guys to not make it so one-sided after the whistle?
Yeah, Jill's great like that. She welcomes the those scrums and that competitive, she's got that competitive spirit. New York plays a hard game, and down the stretch here, everyone's scratching and clawing for points, and so the physicality is only going to ramp up, and the teams that can hang in there are going to be the ones that can stick around for a while.
Ella, you scored both of your goals while visiting New York. Do you have any thoughts or comments on
Honestly, no. I just.
When do we play her next?
Yeah.
That's what she's saying.
It just happened. I don't know.
Could you walk us through the goal?
Yeah, it's a good forecheck by my line, and I was in the right place at the right time. So.
And how has your game evolved throughout the first 16 games of the season?
I mean, obviously, coming into this league at the start, there's a little bit of nerves, and I feel like now going into the second half, I'm a lot more like comfortable and confident. And every game that we play. So I think that leads into my game.
Coach, how have you seen Ella grow throughout the year?
So much. She comes in first year player, and we know what we got in terms of the skill and the speed, and then it's learning the overall game like any player coming to the pro level. And I thought she was our most responsible forward tonight when the game got tight. And then you can see the offense on display when she gets that puck in the slot and just rips it home. But we get to see that side of her every day in practice and the skill that's there, and then it's just rounding out her game, and she's really, for me, taken significant strides this year, and I think she's got a long career ahead of her.
And last for me, can you recap Frankel's performance?
Very, very good. Very, very good. She was excellent tonight, especially in the critical moments. But I did think we defended pretty well 5-on-5 tonight. We knew going into the game, New York is they're a highly skilled team. They move around a lot in the offensive zone. They create high danger chances, and so we knew we were going to have to defend here tonight if we were going to come out with the victory. And I thought that for the most part we did a good job.